Hello everyone and welcome back to the Florida Aviation Network. I'm Ben Coleman, your anchor host. We're here at the Sun and Fun, the 52nd annual, and we call it the Red, White, and Blue 52 because this is the 250th anniversary of our nation. And this is what Sun and Fun, Gene Conrad and his staff are doing to kind of recognize the efforts that it took to get to 250 years in this new experiment called a democracy, the United States of America. I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. United States of America, the proper pronunciation. But we have an opportunity to learn a little bit more about one. I'm proud to have them as a supporter and a sponsor. We don't do advertisements here at the Florida Aviation Network. So when we say fly Piedmont every chance you get, we're not telling you that, are we?
No.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't hear it. Brian.
Ben, nice to see
Brian
you again.
diLorenzo.
Yeah.
And Brian, I could play like I don't know you and we're past and all that, but we go back a few years.
Yeah, a few. Yeah, we've been at it a few years.
You didn't know me when I had hair, but we do go back.
Okay.
But Brian, you're the manager of flight operations recruiting.
Right.
Okay, did I get that right?
Yeah, you did.
Close?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Because I'm hoping, because I wrote it down here, and if I couldn't read my own writing, I'm in bad trouble. But Brian, what do you? I know Piedmont is an airline, but other than supporting and feeding back into industry, what else does Piedmont do?
Yeah, well, we're one of the three wholly owned of American Airlines. So we're regional. A lot of folks have been on Piedmont planes and maybe don't even realize it. They look like American Airlines planes. You got to look real close on the nose up front. It says operated by Piedmont Airlines. American Eagle. So we're owned by American Airlines, and we fly passengers to get people on their destination, to get people to their destination. So we're part of the American Airlines network. We fly a lot of the small, shorter flights into a lot of the smaller airports and support the whole network throughout. So yeah, so we have a great history, been around a long time, and we're proud of what we do.
I remember Piedmont when you were in the F-27s.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how far back I go. So, and as a matter of fact, John Chancellor was chief pilot for Piedmont back in the day. When you first got your first 737-200, was your first 737. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I'm here to teach you about Piedmont Airlines.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But that was and John was the one that went actually and got typed into 7.3 and brought it into Winston-Salem.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's funny you say I'm going to teach you a little bit about Piedmont, because all day long in the booth we have folks come up and teach us about Piedmont. You know, we get a lot of Piedmont. I didn't think you were around anymore. What's the deal with Piedmont? So again, long history. We're kind of the new version of Piedmont, but we're still here.
Well, and some has changed, but Piedmont has always been a very user-friendly, family-oriented, just salt of the earth people in the organization, and I'm always proud to see Piedmont around. And here on the Sun and Fun campus, of course, the FedEx 727 that we have out there that has been rebranded as the Piedmont classroom. It's proud to have you here and to help out. And Brian, the bringing in front loading your airline, and people say airline, well, all they do is fly people. So no, there's a lot more to it. And what is your biggest asset at Piedmont?
Yeah, 100% our biggest asset are our people. And
it's not the airplanes. It's
not the airplane, and we realize that, and from the top down, we recognize that. I mean, you mentioned the Piedmont family. I guarantee if you talk to any recruiter on campus here and you say to them what makes Piedmont special, they're going to get it right on 100% of the time. It's all about the people. It's all about the culture. We take care of one another. You know, we're one of the smallest pilot groups, smallest regionals out there, and we really pride ourselves on taking care of our people and the people we serve.
Service.
Yeah.
And a feeder. The term used to be termed a feeder airline.
Feeder.
I don't think they use the feeder airline. I haven't heard that in a long time.
No, it doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. It's sort of like it's called just the network. So yeah, we feed into the larger hubs, but it's all just part of the network. So we don't really We don't necessarily say we're feeding, you know, we're not a feeder at this point.
You're regional.
We're regional, yeah. That's a better way to describe it. Yeah.
And because the legs of these aircraft are X, and you're not going to be hopping on a Piedmont operated aircraft and fly from Savannah to Los Angeles.
Right.
That's not the route structure of that feed of the regional
Of the
airline.
network,
It's a region.
Yeah.
You come and go out of Atlanta quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, well, our role really is Charlotte is a main hub that we go into. Our role really is, and if you look at the network and what we do and how we're flying, you know, we generally are at the smaller outstations early in the morning, and then we'll bring the travelers to the hubs to get the flights going out across the country or international, wherever they need to go. So we're getting people from small towns that need to get to the major hubs, and that's kind of our role. And then we do that throughout the day. It's not just in the morning. And then, you know, at the end of the day, we're taking people back out to the smaller airports to get them home. So, you know, it's a well-designed, well-oiled machine, you know, the network. And I'm really proud to say that Piedmont, we're one of the best performing regional airlines out there, if not the top one. We really pride ourselves on, you know, minimal cancellations, and again, that goes right back to what you said. What's your main focus? It's the people. It's our people. Make it happen.
How much competition is out there, Brian, for Piedmont to get the best of the best? And are you looking for the best of the best, or are you looking to get the bottom feeders and try to bring them up to standards?
Yeah, well, we're trying to get the best of the best for where they're at, right? So we spend a lot of time talking to newer folks who are maybe new to the airline industry. We obviously try and get the best of the best, but you know as we said, what's really important to us is the culture and the attitude. You know, we really want to find the best personalities as well as the most skilled people to do this job. That's important to us.
The best personality. What is the most striking thing to you when you have either a potential employee, a new hire? What litmus paper do you use to determine whether or not this is an asset or a base? And everybody knows litmus paper, don't they?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. There's got to be something in there that sets folks apart. That's different. The strengths and weaknesses, we all have them. But from a hiring and recruiting standpoint, what can we get across to our not only viewing audience but the industry? If you really want to set yourself up to be in a really good position to be picked up by the family of Piedmont, what should they do? What should they concentrate on to make them stand out in the competition to be, I'm going to be selected and this is why?
Yeah, and we're talking any job, not just
Any
this.
job.
We're not getting into pilot qualifications or anything like that.
Mechanic
Yeah.
qualifications, bag handler,
Yeah.
ramp agent, I think is what they call.
Yeah, it's really about networking and conversation and understanding the culture, right? We want somebody, we spend a lot of time saying, we want to make sure that we're a good fit for you just as much as you're a good fit for us. We want somebody who wants to come to us, who understands our culture, who really wants to be part of the culture. And that's all gained through conversation, good conversations with candidates, networking. I always say how important networking is. Really important to network. You know, you can't be afraid to come up and introduce yourself and say, I heard about Piedmont and I understand the culture and the family atmosphere, and those are the folks we're looking for. Did the research, understand what Piedmont's about, and want to be part of the family. That's really what we're looking for.
Well, and you mentioned the term, you beat me to it, because I was going to bring it up, the fit. And some folks went, well, what do you mean by the fit? Well, it's the fit. I mean, are you supporting their operations well, and are they supporting you well? I mean, it's not just getting a paycheck.
100%.
It's about longevity. Is there somebody, I don't want to work here for about a year, then I want to move on. That might not be a good fit for an organization that they put a lot of money in your training,
Right.
And you're an asset to them. And they don't want to just train you and then you go and jump over to another airline,
Right.
unless you want to.
Right,
If
but-
you're not happy, it's not a good fit.
But we really try and help our employees, our family. We really help them grow. You know, you may come in one position to Piedmont, and you find you have strengths or you have desires that you really, maybe that would be a better fit for you, we are more than willing to train you for that next position. And we want our employees, we want our family to be able to grow and feel valued. I mean, I'll tell you a story. The president of our company, matter of fact, recently has been going around to different stations and just saying, what value do you provide? Like, how do you feel valued? And just to make sure that everybody in the company feels valued, because, it's easy to see the planes coming and going, and you're sitting there for recruiting, for instance. Like, what do we really do to support the planes coming and going? And so it's really important for our president, Eric Morgan, all the way down through all the managers, that everybody feels valued at this company, and we all play a big role in making the operation work safely and efficiently.
So Aaron Morgan?
Eric
Morgan. Okay, I haven't met Eric.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet. Is he around here?
He appears. He may very well be.
Okay, but it's how long has Eric been in that position?
Oh, well, he came up through the ranks of ground handling and became the president CEO. But I tell you, I'd love to introduce you to him. He's an amazing man, and just really down to earth, a people person, and he kind of demands that from everybody. We really have to pay attention to our people and make sure our people are taken care of.
So you literally say he came up through the ranks.
That's right.
He was a ground handler?
He came up through ground handling, was the vice president of ground handling, and then moved up to the president position. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's not somebody that was just dropped in a position.
No, he worked to get there.
Okay. And he still gets out and around.
He does.
And pressing the flesh, as they say.
He does.
Hands.
He does. He'll often come down to our upgrade classes and just talk with folks. He just goes around the network when he has time, busy man. But again, he's just a reflection of the company. That's just how you feel as part of Piedmont, that from the top down, we care about our people.
Your people operate, I guess your primary equipment that you're using, I say equipment, aircraft, but has been the EMB, the Embraer 145.
145.
And is that pretty much what you guys operate?
That's the only aircraft we operate. Yeah.
And you're going to be going up to the 175.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. It's a great time to be part of Piedmont. In 2028, we'll have the 175s as well as the 145s. We're going to keep operating the 145s, but new, larger, more passengers, an extra flight attendant. The network, we'll be changing the network a little bit as America needs us to. But yeah, we're really excited about getting a new aircraft. Last one we got the jets starting in 2018. We went from the Dash 8s to the 145s, and we're excited about the 175s.
And the Dash 8s going from props to jets, that was a big transition.
Big transition, yeah.
And your pilots, do your pilots, or your crew, I should just say, it's not just the pilots.
Not just the pilots.
It's the crew. Your cabin safety attendants. And, people used to call them stewardesses. No, they are cabin safety attendants.
Yeah.
They're there not just to feed you coffee and tea and kind of get you water. That's what they do, kind of just to be generous in the free time.
Right.
When things start to go south, as they say, or that's what they're there for, is to get you safely on and safely out of that aircraft.
Yeah, I've actually seen it in action at the training center, where they'll do these practice drills, and hopefully everybody knows the flight attendant is just somebody that serves drinks and takes care of you, because that means you didn't have anything happen. But boy, when they practice their drills, they go right into mode, and safety is what it's all about. It really is, and they're great at it. We have great flight attendants.
And Brian, I admit that I have been through the cabin safety attendant or flight attendant training for Delta. And do you know how hard it is to get into a life raft in a pool?
Oh, really?
Have you done that?
I have not done that.
Brian, you owe it to yourself to
go
shot. Through.
Yeah.
And it's not the easiest thing in the world to do when you're down in the water trying to crawl into a life raft.
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
But I learned an awful lot, more than I realized, that I didn't know about what all aspects goes on it's not just being able to lift a 40-pound bag and put it in the overhead.
No, it's intense training. It's intense training, but what great training, and what great part of the family, and having the ability to travel, see different cities, and it's a great job. And again, fortunately, we have a great crew.
And it has always been that way, and I don't see it changing, because that's in your fabric. That's in the moniker of being a Piedmont employee.
100%.
There are other airlines who would like to aspire to that, but I mean, the real challenge in this day and age is trying to appeal to all people of all walks of life, all backgrounds, all heritage, all there's an old phrase out there: you can't please all the people all the time, but you can come awful close to it if you can be accommodating.
Sure.
And I think that's the reflection. And I think Tyler, back at your, he had a very interesting term, talent acquisition.
Sure. That's recruiting. Yeah.
But I'd never really heard it termed that before until I met Tyler with you guys. And it is talent, and it does take talent to operate mechanics, operators, flight attendants, crew handlers, your reservation staff. I mean, all through the myriad. How many folks are employed at Piedmont?
Well, we actually have about 10,000. I mean, we have one of the smallest pilot groups, so we have a very, very large ground handling crew. But, to your point, there may be folks out there that think aviation is all about being a pilot. Obviously, that's a big part of it, but there are so many positions out there. I mean, we had our marketing team, our corporate communication team here today with us, and they're here doing their role. And, so if you're into marketing, you're into social media, you're into finance, mechanics, all the things, it all makes the airline go. So there's those positions out there in the aviation world. So good time to be looking at some positions.
And travel, I never realized that travel was going to be this prolific in our future. But people like to go places, and they like to get out and go. And you either drive on the highway or you go in the air. And the projections of the growth of public travel is staggering.
Staggering, yeah.
And how are you guys doing on the? We talk about the pilot shortage. How are you guys doing with that?
Yeah, we're in real good shape right now, to be honest with the pilots. We have two booths here. So actually, I spent some time in the career fair, watching the recruiters over there speak to candidates, and we've had a lot of great candidates. So right now, there's a lot of applicants. It's pretty competitive right now, which I know at least 2 years ago when I was here, it was completely different. We were trying to get people behind the backdrop and get them signed up, but we're not at that situation right now. So it is very competitive. So we're in good shape as far as applicants. We are still running classes. We're still hiring, but you really have to, we tell everybody that's here, this is what you need to do. You need to come and engage us and talk to us. That's how you kind of move to the top. Make sure you're paying attention to details, and get out and meet us, because again, it is very competitive right now.
Brian, what can we provide to our listening audience, our viewing audience, and if they're interested in getting in front of a Piedmont hiring agent? What secret can you provide to them? This is the piece de resistance of, if you really want to go for Piedmont, this is what you need to do and say.
Yeah, you just need to be upfront. You need to chat with us, and you need to come see us. That's what we're looking for. I mean, I'm watching the recruiters work in the booths, and there are folks that they just know by first name because they've come to so many events, and so they're getting to know the recruiting staff. Really, really important to just get out there and come up and put out your hand and chat with us. That's really what it's about at this point. And
in some of the general terms, the more that you apply, the better you are at applying. I mean, you gotta sell yourself. I mean, nobody's gonna sell you for you, other than your parents maybe, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. But sell yourself. Be honest. Be sincere. And just do the right thing.
Yeah, and ask lots of questions, you know, show us your interest. Let's talk about being part of the family. You know, tell us what you know about Piedmont and what we're all about, and we want to welcome you in.
Wash your hands, clean behind your ears, do your hair, well, if you have hair.
Right.
But Brian, thank you so much for your time, and I know it's out of your day. It takes a lot to come to us, but we appreciate all that you do to help the Florida Aviation Network put on these safety presentations. It's all about safety, guys. Thanks,
We love
Brian.
seeing you. Thank you.
You as well.
Thank you.
Let's do it again sometime.
We will.
All righty then. Okay, this is Ben Coleman from the Florida Aviation Network, Sun and Fun 52, Red, White, and Blue 52, and we will see you next interview.